Is this an old Beetlejuice or a new Beetlejuice?
Old Beetlejuice. There is a new Beetlejuice coming. So Beetlejuice 2 is due, I think it's next year. So that's coming. So this is Beetlejuice back in cinemas. 1988, Tim Burton. I suppose it is now a fantasy classic. Michael Keaton, who of course would go on to play Batman for Tim Burton and then was recently seen playing Batman again in that multiverse thing, is the title character. He is enlisted by a recently deceased couple, played by Alec Baldwin and Gina Davis, who are haunting their old home. And they want to scare off the new residents, who are the Dietz family, because people have moved into their house, but they live in the house because they're ghosts. So they go to Beetlejuice, who is a spirit, from the beyond. And anyway, here's a clip.
Boy, do you know how to pick 'em. Let me ask you something. Is this relationship really solid? Do I have a shot at her at all?
Excuse me.
Sure. Am I overstepped my bounds? Just tell me. Come on. You know what's really beautiful about this? You two kids picked me. You didn't have to, but you picked me. It makes me want to kiss you guys. Come on. Come on. Give me one. Come on. You're hard, huh? All right, let's get down to business. You're right. I got a card around here somewhere. Here. Who do I have to kill? Here, hold that for me, would you? There.
Whoa! Oh,
There you go.
You don't have to kill anybody.
Possession. Good. Learn to throw your voice. Fool your friends. Fun at parties.
No, we just want to get some people out of our house.
I understand. Well, look, in order to do that, I'm really going to have to get to know you guys. We got to get closer. Move in with you for a while. Get to be real pals.
That's Heath Ledger. being the Joker.
I hadn't thought of that. Actually,
sounded and looked like
that's
Heath
bizarre.
Ledger.
That had not occurred to me. But yes, there is some of that in there.
And he's got that. So you've got white face paint on.
Don't do that. You're better than that. You're not like them. God, and there we go. That's a smarter thing than anything I was going to say.
No, not at all. No, it just suddenly occurred to me. That's what it sounded like.
That hadn't occurred to me at all. But you're absolutely right. There is my favourite moment in the film, which isn't in this particular clip, is the bit when they ask Alec Baldwin is asking him for his qualifications. He says, "What are your qualifications?" He says, "What are my qualifications?" He said, "I've seen The Exorcist about 167 times, and it gets funnier every time."
Very good.
Which is a great line. Anyway, so
also they have the Banana Boat song in there.
They have the Banana Boat song in it. Winona Ryder, who I think is back for the new one. This came after Pee-wee's Big Adventure. It was the 10th highest grossing film of the year. I don't think I'd realised it was that big of a hit. I remember seeing it with Tim Polecat, because Tim Polecat thought it was like, one of those films you could rewatch again and again and again. I went back to the review. Pauline Kael called it a comedy classic. Vincent Canby said it was a farce for our time, and it won the Oscar for best makeup. There is that thing about, can you be frightening? Bah! Yeah, that'll work. So as I said, Beetlejuice 2 coming next year. But on the basis of what you've just said, I've realised now that yes, it is in fact Heath Ledger as the Joker, as Beetlejuice. I'm sure somebody else must have observed that before. But
when that Batman film came out, there must have been someone that said he sounds like Michael Keaton.
Sounds like Michael Keaton. Wow. Well, anyway,
which is another Batman connection.